Welcome back. In this video, we will learn about modern string formatting in Python using f-strings. F-strings are the newest and easiest way to format strings in Python. They make your code cleaner and easier to read than the older methods like string.format or the percentage formatting. So let's start with what f-string is. An f-string is a string that starts with the letter F before the quotes. So inside the string you can put the variables and expressions. So let's see this example code. So it starts with the F string before the quotes. So you have the quotes here, and before the quotes you put the F, and inside the string, this is the entire string. Inside the string you can put variables, for example name, age. These are variables and expressions inside the curly braces. So I have the name variable here in the curly braces and the age. So that's how you can combine the string and insert variables. So, and when you run the program, Python will evaluate them and insert their values into string. So if I run this program, you'll see that the name Alice has been inserted here for the variable value, and the age is 25. So you can see how simple it is to construct this string that has the variables in it. So the name and the age are replaced by the values of the variable. So Python evaluates them at runtime and prints the results as we saw. Now let's compare this with the older formatting techniques. So I have a sample code here, and this is the way we used to do. It used to be the old way. So you can see how clumsy it is, and it is more coding required. So the old style is, when you want to print the same thing here, my name, you have to use the plus sign to concatenate the various variables with the hard-coded strings, and it takes a lot of coding, and it's very harder to read also. But f-strings, and when you use the format, when you want to format any of your name or anything, even if you use this format method, this even has that hard to read code, and you have to type a lot and call this format method. So this old way is not that pretty, but the new way is short, simple, easy to read, and you can use it right away, and it is easy to adopt. And one more thing is, you can use expressions inside the f strings. That means you can put calculations directly inside the curly braces. So I have here another example code. You can see here there are two numbers stored in variables a and b and c. Inside, when you use the f string, you can even not only use the variables, but you can do mathematical calculation like a plus b. Again, you have to use the curly braces here, and this will output exactly what you will expect. So it's going to do the calculation for you. So the sum of 5 and 10 is 15. So that's how easy it is. So you can even format the numbers too. For example, you might want to show 2 decimal places for a float number. So let's see an example for the code here. So here I have the value of pi, and when you use the f string, it allows you to format it. For example, you want to print the variable pi, but you want to print it with only 2 decimal points. So this will, when we run the program, we can see it's going to print the 2 decimal points only. So how clean it is. So even if you want to increase the precision, all you need to do is change it here. It's going to print 3 decimal values. So that's how easy it is and simple the formatting options are, and these are very useful in real programs. And another example is, you can also format the expressions that are not just variables. For example, you can call even methods. Let's say I have a method here called greet. When you supply a parameter name, it's going to put that name and create this f string. And you can now call this method greet inside a string. So we can say greet of Bob, welcome to Python. So when we run this program, you are going to say, so it's going to call the function and supply the value Bob, and the Bob is inserted here. We get the new string, and the final output is hello Bob, welcome to Python. So this shows how flexible f strings are. You can evaluate functions or expressions inside the curly braces. Another helpful feature I want to show you, and it is available from Python 3.8, is debugging inside f-strings using the equal sign. Let me show you an example code here. So when you use the equal sign, you can actually do the debugging. For example, you use many variables in your programming, and tracking values for each variable is very difficult. Suppose you want to track what is the value of the x and you want to log it during your program debugging. This equal sign will actually not only print the value of x, but it will print like x equal to the value. So let's run this program. So see how easy it is. Now when you run the program, you can insert these print statements to log the output of various variables, so you know what was the value of that variable at that particular point in your program. You might have thousands of lines, and you can see what was the value of x on line number 500. So this is very useful when debugging. So it makes your development easier. So one more thing, you can escape the curly braces if you need them literally. For example, you want to actually print this curly braces in the output. You can actually do something like this. So you have to add 2 curly braces. So this lets you output this curly braces in the print output. So you can see here the curly braces is printed. So this is useful whenever you want to have the braces as text and not a placeholder for the variables or other expressions. And if you are working with numbers, f-strings allow formatting. They use powerful formatting features like alignment, padding, and different number bases. But these are advanced topics we will cover in another video. For now, focus on the basics, inserting variables and doing simple calculations inside strings, which we just saw. To summarize, f-strings are very easy to write and of course easy to read and very concise, and you can see how modern it is, and it is better than the old formatting, which is difficult to read and you have to do a lot of typing and concatenation. So if you understand how to use f-strings, you will write cleaner and more professional Python code. Practice these examples in VS Code as I showed. So in the next video, we will learn common Python string methods like split, join, format, and how to compare strings. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.